Hey guys, back to the doghouse. I'm still going to do some modifications to my tool rack here. This is my multi-tool post. Right now I got my bead roller on it, and I'm doing some modifications for it just to make it a little bit easier to work with and make it a little bit sturdier. What I did the other day is I stiffened up the bead roller itself. It's just made out of 3/8 steel, which is not very sturdy whatsoever. It has a tendency to twist a wee bit. So what I've done, I've welded some plate on the back, just to pull some angle actually. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to do a couple little modifications here just to make it easier for me to handle. I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, this is the back of the bead roller. What I've done, I've taken angle iron, 3 pieces, and welded them. Instead of welding them like a regular angle iron, I welded them, well, however you want to call this here, like a mountain type of thing. To me, this would make it sturdier because it's welded here, welded here, welded here, welded here. And then I welded both of them together right around here. That'll make it really stiff here. Instead of making it like a regular angle, like an L, I think this should be a lot sturdier. And what I'm going to do now is, around the front here, I'm going to put a spring in here. Down inside here, I'm going to put a spring so that this roller here, when I loosen it, instead of me having to pull it up, there, instead of me having to lift it up, the spring will actually pull it up. So anyway, I'll show you what I've done. I'm not going to show you while I'm drilling a hole and all this sort of stuff. I'll show you what I've done after I do it. And on the back, I got this bolt here to loosen the bar so I can bring it up and down. I'm going to put some kind of a lock on this here so it's easier to maneuver. So anyway, I'll show you what I've done after I get it done. So anyway, hang around guys, we'll get something accomplished here. I took this longer drill and I drilled all the way through so I could put a little mark on this block. I'm not drilling deep into the block, but I'm just putting a small mark so I know where to drill for my my tapped hole. I'm using a 5/8 bolt in here, so I'm making this hole here a little bit bigger than 5/8. So I've drilled my hole through here. And now this bolt here can slide up and down, no problem. So I'll just take this off and I'll drill and tap my block here for my bolt. There, easy way to tap it. I took the original bolt that was in here, I took that out and put in a longer one. This is the one that I drilled out. I drilled a hole in here, put in a longer bolt, threaded it into this block here, and I put a spring in here, and I put a washer just so the spring itself wouldn't bind. And this hole here, I drilled this one here 5/16. Then I got a drill that was 3 sizes bigger and drilled this hole here out bigger. Then I tapped this here 5/16. This bolt here was the original bolt that was in it. It was just a short little bolt. I took it out, I put in this long bolt, and it's a lot easier to move up and down. Then I've got an old wrench here. I'm just going to take the wrench, I will just weld it right on here. That will be on here forever. I think that's what I'm going to do anyway. But you can see, how this here goes up and down. I don't have to move anything. The spring itself, pull that up. If you didn't have the spring, you'd loosen this nut off to draw this up. Or to loosen this here, then you'd have to pull it up by hand. That'd be just a pain in the ass. And then on the back, this here, this is the bolt you loosen to, you loosen to raise this here up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put I'll probably get another old wrench. Got a bunch of old wrench. I'll put another old wrench on here, or some kind of a T-handle or something, just to make it that much easier. And I'm going to take the handle off. That's a pain in the arse trying to reach across there, try to do anything by yourself. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put a motor on this end here somehow. But anyway, that's what I got done so far. So anyway, guys, there's my little video on how I modified my bead roller. The next thing I'm going to do is maybe start tearing the Buick apart and replace those floor pans. That's going to be a big job. I still got to get my metal brake in here. I got one. My son has a really good one, so I just have to get over to his shop and get it. The thing is, trying to get it out of his shop, he's got a lot of equipment in there and trying to move stuff around. But anyway, thanks for hanging around, guys. Give me a comment. I enjoy the comments. Anyway, if you want to modify your bead roller, that's how I did it. And it is on my stand. I can take this off at any time. Take her off, put her on. Oh, what I got right here, got one of those magnetic tool trays. I can keep all my little nuts and bolts and sort of stuff. Keep that right on top, right in the back. But anyway, thanks for hanging around, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.